Welcome back, it's Barfly 2 here again. Today in Ships of the Line, we're going to move our gaze towards the Dominion. We're going to cover the Dominion Battlecruiser, the Dominion's capital class ship. The Dominion Battlecruiser has a similar length to the Federation's Galaxy class, but it is much wider. This adds to its intimidating presence from the tabletop. It's capable of speeds in excess of Warp 9 and is known for firing large barrages from a wide front arc for its photon torpedoes. It has a core points cost of 0 and has a wide range of command and operational abilities, which make it a bit of a workhorse for the Dominion fleets. Battlecruiser's bridge and medbay are in the fore section of the ship, while its cargo and engineering are in the aft. It is easy to hit with an invasion of 1. It has a good resilience to stop extra damage coming through, and has a warp factor of 9, which allows it to travel a maximum distance of 18 inches. The Battlecruiser has a high energy reserve of 8. In terms of alert status style, the Battlecruiser has 2 green, 2 yellow and 2 red. At green 1, the Battlecruiser focuses on speed with an impulse power of 9 and a turn of 2. It has 1 reserve power, 1 weapons power, 2 instrument powers and 1 shield at the fore and aft. At green 2, the ship sacrifices a little bit of speed, coming down to 7 in order to increase its instrument power to 3 and its fore shield to 2. Battlecruisers really begin to shine at yellow alert. At yellow 1, we see the reserve power spike to 4. Its speed reduces to 6, but its weapons power also rises to 3 and it gets an extra shield in its aft. Yellow 2 sees the reserve energy dip slightly, as well as the impulse power. However, the ship receives a big boost to having 3 shields in its fore section. First of the red alerts sees our reserve energy lowered down to 2 and our impulse moved down to 4. However, our weapon power has a massive spike to 5 and its fore shields are now at 4 and its aft shield is at 2. Our instrument power does go down to 1. At red 2, the Battlecruiser abandons all pretext of reserve energy and instrument power. Instead, you see its weapons power spike to 6 and its shields have 6 in the front and 3 in the back. It's a powerhouse for combat, though you'll probably want to have an officer with a high technical skill in engineering. At present, your best bets for this are the founder, the Karima researcher, or putting an engineering team in. Crudel can be inspired twice with particular strength in operations and command. The Battlecruiser starts at 4 command and operations and 3 for science. It can reduce by 5 steps to disabled. Battlecruiser has 8 hull, 3 white steps, and on step 6 it has a damage card. It has 3 yellow steps and the third has a crew damage. The 2 amber steps have a damage card and then a crew damage. Finally, we have both red steps, disabled then destroyed. We'll now take a look at some of the abilities at each of the stations. The captain's chair, as well as the ability to alter your alert status and warp, you can threaten as a priority action, which puts peril tokens on units within comms range. This pairs well with the Dominion theme of handing out peril tokens to mess with your opponent's dice rolls. Their officers have glib, which can give out peril tokens, and some of their teams have coerce, which also gives out peril tokens. The helm station allows the battlecruiser to engage impulse. Of note, if you do a priority action with it, you can remove an advantage token from a ship at 2 inches in the front arcs of the ship. Again, this plays with the Dominion's strength of issuing out peril or messing with advantage tokens. Sensors have a 4-inch bubble around it, or in the front arc it's 4 inches plus your instrument's power. Comms has a 6 inches bubble around it, and 6 inches plus your instrument panel in the front arc. The ship can also carry out sensor locks. The battlecruiser has 3 phased polaron arrays, 2 in the front arcs and 1 in the rear arc. It also has Pierce 2, which allows you to spend up to 2 analysis results. This will decrease the target's shield value by the same amount until the end of the action. Also of note is the torpedo tubes. It has a turning arc of up to 2 notches, so it's a very, very wide arc for firing torpedoes from. Medbay gives it access to medical care, which is a way to heal personnel. You've also got a priority action for Distribute Ketracel White. This is a consistent way of using your skills and a bit of energy to inspire the unit, instead of getting inspiration through another test. With inspiration on officer cards, you need 2 analysis results in order to inspire the unit. Distribute Ketracel White allows you to open up which officers can inspire the unit. So effectively, any of your changelings can do it, any of your Vorta and Hanok can all distribute Ketracel White for the cost of just 1 reserve energy. This makes it very, very handy if you want to use the battlecruiser to form teams. The cargo bay can be used to ready officers and to form teams. Engineering is used to boost energy recovery and also to transport personnel within sensors range at green and yellow alert. We'll now go through the damage cards for the battlecruiser. Again, the damage cards in the deck for the ship are really flavourful. They really tie into how the Dominion ships work on screen and are really nasty. Exploring panels knocks out a bridge station, but in the hazard phase your opponent can spend 1 of your peril in order to move it to a station that they want and add trauma to the officer that's there. Sensory display disabled. After you make an impulse manoeuvre, an opponent may rotate up to 1 notch forward around the moving tool. Weapons relays obstructed. In the ready phase, you'll remove each of this ship's sensor locks. Deadly hull breach. An opponent will sign this to any station, and in the hazard phase, each personnel in this end of the ship sustains 1 trauma. Ketracel White lost. In the hazard phase, add 2 peril. Then an opponent may spend 3 peril from the ship in order to inflict 1 trauma on each personnel in the aft end of the ship. Antimatter containment disabled. In the hazard phase, you reduce your hull by 1. However, your captain's chair will gain the ability to ram. It can be a potentially devastating ability for the battlecruiser to gain. Hope you've enjoyed that overview of the Dominion Battlecruiser. I think you can see that it's quite a flavourful ship and really rolls into some of the Dominion abilities. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you all again soon.